Yo, how's it going guys? ZookeeperChris here. Today I want to show you a tropical habitat build that I made specifically with the jaguar in mind, although I'm sure it'd work well for other jungle creatures too. The Steam Workshop link for this build can be found in the description down below. This is the first time I've ever uploaded to the Steam Workshop, so if you like it, be sure to let me know in the comments section down below, and be sure to show some love in the Steam comments section as well. In this video, I want to show off some of the key features of the habitat and give an inside look into my thought process for the build. With that being said, let's jump right into it. So the first thing I want to show you with this habitat just really quickly is how I set it up for myself and my zoo. I have this outside area here. I just put rocks up here on the top as an overhang for the guests to get some shelter, whether it's raining or too hot or whatever, they can go ahead and walk underneath the shelter there. So I do run a pathway along the windows, obviously. And then another thing I like to do is run an elevated pathway along the side here with a little seating area on top of the rock shelter for the jaguars. Whenever I'm making habitats, I always love trying to get the guests as immersed in the experience as possible. So I love doing these overlooks into the habitat. And you don't have to worry, the jaguars cannot jump from this tree here out onto the guests, or at least that's what the game is saying. I'll go ahead and show that a little bit later, but for now, let's go ahead and get further into the habitat itself. Back here, we have our main water source inside of the habitat. As you can see, they can come down, get a drink of water, cool off if they need to. I was going for a really immersive experience here where it looks like you're just in the jungles of South America, and at any moment, a jaguar might come out through the mist down to the drinking pond and just take a drink right in front of you. Just beyond the water, we have a climbing structure over here. They can also climb on this tree. Over here in the back, we have our fully functioning rock shelter where the jaguars can get out of the guest's view if they are feeling a little bit too stressed. We also have this ruin structure here, which is fully accessible to the jaguars. They can go inside of it, they can climb up on top of it. And of course, we've got the holy golden llama, which the jaguars completely respect and praise. And as you can see, the jaguars can also climb up here on all of the vines. Those are all fully accessible to them. Over here on the left side of the habitat, we have quite a few more vines for the jaguars to climb up on. They can easily get up to this mid-level platform and then climb the vines even higher up to the treehouse. Usually my jaguars just lay down and relax on the outside of the treehouse, but I do believe they can go inside if they want to. This mossy tree in the back here is another one of my favorite features of the habitat. The jaguars can climb on it and lay down and relax. It's such a cool nature piece that really adds a lot to the immersion of the habitat. Another thing you guys will notice is I ran rocks pretty much along the entire perimeter of the habitat. Along the back, I ran rocks as well as bamboo in front of those rocks. And along the far side wall, you can see I have vines hanging down. Personally, I always love to try and give guests the most natural looking view of the habitat, and I feel like the habitat fence lines can really take you out of your immersion, so I like to cover them up as much as possible, and that's what I try to do here with this build. So as you can see, lighting was super important to me as well. I think lighting can just really make or break your habitat. At first, I did zero lighting at all, and then I quickly realized that I should do some lighting in here, and man, it made a huge difference. So I definitely recommend using lighting in your habitats as well. As you can see, I just used green lighting down here by the pond. I lit up these lobster claw plants as well, and I lit up the big trees in the back. One thing I also like is from up here in the guest viewing angle, the golden llama on top of the ruin structure is lit up so the guests can appreciate the llama as well at nighttime. Over here on the right side of the habitat at night, we've got a bit more of a mysterious area where it's got some purples in here and some just darker lit areas, so it looks a little more mysterious. And then up here, the treehouse is lit up red at night. I kind of like that color in particular because red lights are used a lot for nocturnal animals, and I just think it gives a treehouse a really cool look from even far away. From the elevated pathway here, you get a good view of that treehouse at night. I love the red color scheme up there. If a jaguar were to be in the area at night, I imagine the guests would only see the dark silhouette of the jaguar from here, and it would really add to the mysterious feel of the habitat. I've got the water pipe area here lit up with a pretty bright yellow light at night, and then as you can see, the entrance to the ruins there just beyond that is also lit up pretty well, so the guests can see that too. Another fun thing that I like to do with this habitat in my own zoo is I run a monorail through it, through the canopy, and it gets the guests just another really cool way to view the animals in their habitat from up above, and then it also gives them a really cool view of the animals in the treehouse if they happen to be up there as the monorail passes by. So one final thing I want to show you is the heat map for the jaguars. As you can see, I've got this jaguar down here selected. So let me pull up the heat map to show you that everything that you think would be accessible is accessible to them. All the platforms down here, they can climb up on and have access to. Even these trees, as you can see, they can go all the way to the top, which I find interesting. I would love to see the jaguar just sitting up here on the very tippy top of these trees. I don't think it would look very natural, but hey, it says they can do it. And as you can see, there's no warning signs saying that the jaguars can jump down onto the guests. Of course, in real life, I feel like they totally could, but hey, here in Planet Zoo, it's okay. There's no warning signs saying that they can jump down. If they could jump down, you would see like a red warning here that says it's a escape point, which you don't see. Down here in the ruins, you can see they also can get down underneath the ruins on the inside, which is really cool. And they can also relax up here on the top. And finally, my most favorite part of this entire habitat, this entire build, the treehouse. They do have complete access up here. They can climb up the vines to the top. They can lay down on the platform up there. I don't know or don't think they'd really go on the inside too much, but I still think it'd be really cool to see the jaguars just laying down and relaxing out here on the outside of the treehouse either way. And just to show you as well with these vines here on the outside, I personally had some concerns with them being up here on the side of the wall, but the game does not show that they can escape. So far I have not had them escape, so I don't think they can. Otherwise it would show the warning here with the red warning sign, but it does not. So far so good. Let me know in the comments down below if you have one somehow escape from here. Hope you guys enjoyed my first Planet Zoo habitat build. Be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite part is, and if you think I should do this again in the future for maybe your favorite animal. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can always ask me them live. I'm over at twitch.tv/ZookeeperChris every Wednesday and Thursday morning at 9 AM EST. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Planet Zoo content in the future. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay wild.